Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. On our take today, we'll be discussing hate speech from social media to the outlook of the Nigerian government. Joining me to discuss this, of course, is Victoria Pepple here and This Day Executive Director Emmanuel Ifeni.
Good morning.
Good morning. You guys had a nice chat early.
Yes, you are.
Yes. All right. So, hate speech, Victoria, lead us with this. What's going on?
You see, Twitter has a policy, right,
Yes.
about hate speech, about promoting violence and saying incisive things on social media that could cause violence.
Yes.
And the plan is to clamp down on such accounts. We've seen that it is a lot on social media because perpetrators are normally faceless.
Yes.
Things that would hurt people religiously, racial issues. Even in Nigeria, it's really big when it comes to ethnic issues.
Yes.
But it goes beyond social media as well. Nigeria, over the past few years, has seen a lot of horrible things happen as regards killings, fights,
Yes.
when it comes to disagreements over religion, ethnicity, and some of these are perpetrated by individuals people will look up to, people will respect.
Yes.
I'll leave the political side to you.
Well, I think earlier there was the bill
Yes.
that was proposed, correct,
Yes.
about like the hate speech.
Yes, of course, because of the growing concern of what is going on in social media. Social media is good
Yes.
for communication, for interaction, to be close to one another,
Yes.
to make friends.
Yes.
Essentially,
To even discuss issues.
to discuss issues.
Without being hurtful.
But what do we see now? A lot of hate speeches, people attacking one another, fanning the embers of ethnicity.
Yes.
And there's this growing concern, especially in our own climate in
Yes.
Nigeria here. Because when you read some tweets, some responses, somebody just generalizing about an ethnic group, abusing an ethnic group, and back and forth. So there's this growing concern. That was why that bill sponsored in the Senate
Right.
that prescribed death penalty
Yes.
for any hate speech that leads to violence that causes the death of persons.
Another person.
And the
correct.
question at that time was, what would you define as a hate speech? The conversation was, do you think that is clamping down on your human rights, people not being able to express
Express.
themselves the way they want to or the way they should? So how do we draw the line between hate speech and infringing on human rights?
Well, like he just clearly said, if it affects somebody and if it actually takes somebody's life, I mean, that's a serious crime if
Yeah.
you actually go out there and as a result of whatever you say on the platform.
But how do you prove it?
But just back to the point
Right.
I'm trying to make. What constitutes hate speech?
Yes.
What happens to our freedom of expression? And yes, it is our right to have that freedom of expression. But your right must not infringe on the right of others.
Of others, correct.
So that is where this...
Do you think it will be difficult to prove in the law courts? Because somebody says something seemingly innocent and somebody misinterprets it and goes to wreak havoc with a very simple statement. Do you think that will be
No,
difficult to prove?
but you see, even without a new law, under existing laws, incitement,
Yes.
if it can be proven in court, can send somebody to jail. Because if you go ahead using social media to incite the populace, some of these tweets, some are unfounded. Somebody just picked something here and you start sharing it without having
Investigated properly.
investigated that information.
Yes.
Sometimes it turns out to be false.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you have spread that information. Some persons are acting based on that information. So it's a very serious matter.
Well, I think hate speech borders on so many things: harassment, ethnicity, and of
Yeah.
course,
and
resulting
bullying
resulting
is
to
also
death.
another
Yes,
issue.
Really,
Yes.
that,
In many
well,
parts
I
of
wish
the
that we
world-
had a lot more time to go
we've
over
run out of
this.
time.
So.
And I hope that we can, continue
Okay.
these conversations and would enlighten us in so many areas. Well, that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching. From our entire team here in Lagos, enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.